Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and it is time for our weekly painting progress. So this week I finally wrapped up things I've mentioned I was going to finish wrapping up for at least the last few weeks now. And lo and behold, we finally got ourselves some wingy squig hopper knights, whatever they're called. They are done, and a random squig hopper in the back there. So we got 6 done, can't count. I'll just show them off real quick here. So just real simple, quick paint jobs. And despite the way it looks, the bone does not actually match completely with the stalks of the mushrooms. It just looks that way. Lots of washes. I don't know why they took me so long to get done, but we have a full and valid Warcry squig warband now. I feel like some of these came out a little bit better than the others. Tried to get their armor and junk a little bit more rusty. Some it's more apparent than others. I feel like I might give some of their gum lines another once over with some shading of some sort. Now this guy, the more I look at him, I don't think he's really complete yet. And he's probably going to need to get a little bit of work. But then again, he is the only squig hopper as opposed to all the knights. Here we have the boss with his big squig. Again, not the most fantastically amazing paint job, but they are finished. So we can finally get them onto the table. Speaking of knights, boom, we finally got some of the household knights from the Conquest starter set all done. And these guys are just big, beefy models. I mean, they're very, very large. Can I even fit it on the screen? Let's see here. So I went with a blue and purple primarily, with a little bit of red thrown in there. And for some reason he's got like snow leopard fur on his shoulders and some kind of a fabulous rainbow going on his shield there. So just to give you guys a good indication of how large these guys are. They are really, really big. But for me, that's kind of cool. I mean, if I want knights, I want, impressive looking knights. I don't want boring little scrawny dinky dudes. I mean, these guys are like towering over like Varangard, Age of Sigmar riders, and basically anything else on the market at that point. And they're definitely going to put up a fight with the squigs. Excuse me if I don't make any sound effects while they fight each other, but just not going to happen. All right. Next up, we got one of these Legends of Signum models done. It's hard to see, but she is supposed to be blindfolded, and I went with a red scheme. And the only reason I went with the red scheme is because that's how I painted all of my old Inquisitors from Confrontation, with red robes as opposed to white or black. So that's why she's got that going on there. I really like this model. I noticed she's available in their latest Kickstarter in one of the starter sets. Unfortunately, I paid regular price for mine and did not get her in any set whatsoever. But she's a cool model. Busy model too. And then let's see what else. Oh, the last of the Beast Tamers. Untamed Beasts. The Beast Tamer from the Untamed Beasts is done. Very simple paint job, but she's finished, so she can hit the table. And with the new expansion coming in, I hope they're going to be there soon. What else did we get painted? I'm looking around here. I knew there was more. Here we go. Here's a model that I have not even shown off the actual unboxing videos, but he's already painted. This is Baron Tonguelick, I believe his name is, the Duke of Worms. He actually is a Grimkin model from Privateer, and he's just the most fabulous looking frog I have ever seen. And I had to start painting him literally the day that I filmed, which was probably well over a month ago, and the video is still not up yet, so I probably should do that. There were a couple other froggies that I did around the same time. So he actually had an arrow or a broken lance tip that was stuck through his hat, and naturally it broke, and then I fixed it and I put a fork through it, and then that broke. So finally I just gave up and we clipped the whole thing off and called it a day, and he's just going to have a nice fancy top hat. But look at this guy. He's my new Frostgrave magician. He's too awesome. So, yeah, I'm going to have like a frog-based Frostgrave Warband, or at least an amphibian-related one. So, getting everybody back in focus. A nice little haul. You're not part of that. And I keep thinking there was somebody else. I think there were some Pathfinder figures, but you know what? I don't think I sealed them, so they'll just have to show up next week. But these nights took forever for me to finish, and they're done. So I think I've got about half of the 100 Kingdoms side of the Conquest box done, and just about everything minus the Abomination from the Spires. So hopefully we'll get those done soon as well. I'm also hoping that I can have those Chronicles of the Wayfarer models finished and shown off, because I made a bet with Barzam about getting ours painted, and the winner is supposed to get to paint this lovely old alien assimilation model that we discovered in my garage. So he is a pretty boy. And I'm sure some of you would like to paint something like this too, wouldn't you? I don't know even how I got it. I want to blame Bob the Inquisitor from DACA for that one. I think he probably inflicted that on us. Thank you, Bob. Anyway, it's time to move on and get more painted and go have dinner. So with that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching once again, and I'll be back with more next week, and you should too, because if I can handle getting all this done, there's no excuses. See y'all later. Bye-bye.